As we reported Wednesday, CPW is closing the North Shore Marina. People who have boats there have until April 1st to remove them. The park manager says the repairs that needed to be made at the marina are just too expensive to keep it open. The North Shore ramp will still be open during park hours for people to launch and load their boats. Demolition is expected to start in July. Now, after we reported this news last night, we received numerous emails and calls about this decision with people wanting answers.
Yeah, News 5's Eleanor Sheehan spoke with one of the owners at the marina and shares what led to this closure.
Since 2022, this marina has been owned and operated by the O'Neill Group. Today I spoke with Kelly O'Neill. She's the operations manager here at the North Shore. Kelly says they were working on an agreement with Colorado Parks and Wildlife.
Yeah, it just was a little more complicated. And we knew that going in that we would have to replace the docks.
Original and decades old, Kelly says they agreed with the state to replace these docks and improve the marina.
Well, the marina itself is a big lift, and it will run us somewhere between 17 and 18.5 million.
Kelly says that's a price they're willing to pay.
Hired engineers and architects and designers.
But the final straw came from other state requirements she says were not financially feasible.
If it weren't for the issue of the bottom, this is a viable project.
Kelly says CPW asked them to clean up the lake bottom below the marina.
We don't even know what exposure is down there. Dock carts, we know there's multiple boats, grills, umbrellas, gas tanks, motors, you name it, it's down there. So when it ended up to be in the last contract, we had no idea what the scope is and what the expectation is. We didn't have the equipment for it. We don't have the specialty divers. And I think we thought it would probably be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars to clean it up, and that's if we didn't hit an EPA issue.
Several longtime visitors and people who dock their boats and jet skis at the North Shore showed up at the marina to speak with me about it being demolished.
It's horrible. It's sad to hear, that it be taken away from us.
It's super frustrating.
Chris Hallett keeps his houseboat here.
This is our weekend getaway, and now we don't get to do that. I've worked my whole life, and one of my main goals in life was to get a houseboat. Finally got one in August. Now I have to pull it out.
Hallett is currently trying to find a new home for the Seawolf.
I have 2 weeks.
He says he'll have to get creative.
I actually had to take a leave of absence from work to build a boat trailer to take my boat out of the water.
He says several other people are in his position. They tell me they would do anything to save the marina. Kelly says they have a great relationship with Colorado Parks and Wildlife, but ultimately it came down to cost. At Lake Pueblo, Eleanor Sheehan, News